everyone, so today I'm going to show you how to make this crochet pillow cover. It's a really easy project and you can really customize it to whatever size of pillow you have, as long as it is a square pillow. So it is attached like this with ribbons on the sides, and on the top and bottom it is joined. So without further ado, let me tell you guys the materials I used to make this pillow. So the yarn I used to make this pillowcase is the yarn by Loops and Threads. It's 100% acrylic. It is recommended to use a 5mm hook with this yarn, but you can really use whatever yarn you have at home. It doesn't really matter. It works with any type of yarn. For sure that for a pillow it might be better to use a yarn that's like on the softer size. So I'm gonna be using a 5mm hook, but you should use the recommended hook size for the yarn that you're going to use. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, and I'm going to use satin ribbon to attach the two panels. If you don't have ribbon, you can always make a rectangle strap with yarn, and that can also work to attach the panels. So without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. So the way I did this granny square is that there's a total of 19 rounds. At the beginning, I have 3 rounds of pink, then 2 rounds of white, 2 rounds of pink, 2 rounds of white, so on and so forth. So we do change colors every 2 rounds, but don't worry, we're not going to cut the yarn, so you won't have a bunch of ends to weave in. So at the end, the wrong side of your granny square is going to look like this. So the first step is to make a slip knot. So grab your yarn and roll it on your 2 fingers like this, making an X shape. After that, you can grab your hook and pass it underneath here, like this, and grab the yarn over here, like this. Turn your fingers and take them off and pull, and then you can pull again to adjust to your hook. When you're done doing that, you're going to chain 4. So yarn over, pull through. The loop on your hook does not count as a chain. Yarn over, pull through, we have 2 chains. Yarn over, pull through, that's 3. Yarn over, pull through, that's 4. So now that we have 4 chains on our hook, so this is the front of the chain, and then if you turn it, this is the back of the chain, and these little bumps are the back bar of the chain. So again, this is the front. If you turn it a little, there's like little bumps, and these are the back bars. And so we're going to slip stitch in the first back bar we made. Insert your hook in that first back bar, like this. Yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook to make a slip knot. And so this created a little hole, and that's where we're going to crochet. So when that's done, you're gonna want to chain 3. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, and 3. And this chain counts as 1 double crochet. So the next step is going to be to make 2 more double crochets in the little circle here, in the little hole. So yarn over your hook, insert your hook in the hole, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. We have here our first double crochet. We're gonna make 1 more. Yarn over, insert your hook in the hole, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So in total here we have 3 double crochets because the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So now the next step is going to be to chain 2. Yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2. When you're done chaining 2, we're once again going to make 3 double crochets in the middle part, so in the hole in the middle. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1 double crochet. Again, two double crochets, and 3 double crochets. So we're gonna repeat this 2 more times. So chain 2, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. We have 2 chains. and make again 3 double crochets in the hole. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, 2, and 3. We have one more to go, chain 2, 1, 2. So again, once you chain 2, you can make 3 double crochets in the hole in the middle. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, this is 2, and this is 3. So now when you get here at the end, you're going to chain 1 instead of chaining 2. So just chain 1, and we're going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the beginning. So if you remember, at the beginning we chained 3, so there's 1, 2, and 3 chains. We're going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain. So get your hook through both little loops like this, yarn over, and pull through all the loops on your hook. So we're now done with round 1. We can chain 3 to start round 2. So 1, 2, and 3. And now we're going to turn our work. So take your work and turn it. So be careful, between every little hole that you can see, there has to be 3 double crochets that separates them. And so don't get confused and insert your hook in this hole. You have to insert it in this hole here, because the chain 3 here goes with the 2 other double crochets that are here. So these 3 are a pack of 3. These are a pack of 3, hole, pack of 3, hole, pack of 3, hole, and then these 3 are also a pack of 3. So in the first corner, we're always going to just put 2 double crochets because the chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So put 2 double crochets in the first corner here. So this is 1, and this is 2. Now we can go on and go to the next hole over here. We're gonna put 3 double crochets in the next hole. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're gonna chain 2. And we're once again going to put 3 double crochets in the same hole, because every time we reach a corner we have to make 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets again. All right, so when you have a chain 2, you have to make again 3 double crochets in the same hole. So this is 1, 2, and 3. So now we're officially done with this corner. We can move on to the next one and do the exact same thing. So we're gonna put 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets in the same hole here. This is 2, and this is 3. Now chain 2, 1, 2, and again 3 double crochets in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. Now that this is done, we can move on to the next corner. And again, we're going to put 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 1, 2, and again make 3 double crochets in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. So we're almost done with this second round. So as I said earlier, in each corner you have to have 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. And as you remember, on the beginning we only made 3 double crochets in the first corner. So now we gotta go ahead and make an extra set of 3 double crochets in there. And so we have here the 3 double crochets that separate the 2 holes. So we're gonna yarn over, skip these 3, and go back here and insert our hook in the first hole, in the first corner, and make 3 double crochets. So 1, oop, so 1, 2, and 3. Except that for now, because we're done with the round, we're not going to chain 2, we're only going to chain 1. So chain 1, and again slip stitch in the third chain. So chain 1 is here, 2 and 3. Just like this. We're going to yarn over and pull through. So now we're done with round 2. To start round 3, we're going to chain 3. So chain 1, 2, and 3. And we're gonna turn our work. So turn your work. So again, don't get confused onto where to insert your hook next. Don't forget that every hole has to be separated by 3 double crochets. So this one over here belongs to this set of double crochets here. So we have to insert our hook in this hole over here. So now, because this is the first corner, we're going to put 2 double crochets in the first hole because the chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet. So 1 and 2. Now our next hole is over here. On here, we're only going to make 3 double crochets. So it's again only in the corners that we're going to chain 2 and put 2 sets of 3 double crochets. So we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next hole and make 3 double crochets in there. Insert your hook in the next hole in the middle here and make 3 double crochets. This is 2 and 3. So now we're gonna go ahead and move to the corner. So on the corner, we're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets again. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna chain 2, 1, 2, and again put 3 double crochets in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna move to the next hole. So because this is not a corner, we're just going to put 3 double crochets in there. So this is 1, 2, and 3. Now we're gonna go ahead and move to the next corner. So on this corner, we're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Now I'm gonna chain 2, 1, 2, and put 3 double crochets again in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna go on the next hole. This is not a corner, we're just going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Up to the next hole, we're gonna put 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. So here I have 3 double crochets. I'm gonna chain 2 and do 3 double crochets again in the same hole. 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna go on the next hole. This is not a corner, we're just going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. So now we've reached our first corner. So now we've reached our first corner from the beginning. We're going to go ahead and make 3 last double crochets in that same hole. So skip these 3 double crochets and insert your hook in the first hole from the beginning over here and make 3 double crochets. 1, 2. When you're about to do your third double crochet, we're going to change colors. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. Now take your new color, for me that's white, and I'm gonna take it and pull it through like this. Once that's done, we're just going to continue like normally. So now we just have to chain 1 as usual and slip stitch in the third chain from the beginning, so in the top chain in here. So in the top chain here, yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. And now we're officially done with round 3. To start round 4, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And so it's going to be the same steps over and over again. And now it's really important, do not cut the working yarn of the previous color, okay? So just keep it laying around over there. So again, be careful and insert your hook in the first hole in the first corner. So these 3 go together. So we're gonna put 2 double crochets in the first hole here. 1 and 2. So now on this next hole, we're gonna put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Again on the next hole, because these are not corners, we're just going to do 3 double crochets in them. 1, 2, and 3. Now we have reached a corner, so we're gonna do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So on and so forth. So in these next 2 holes, we're gonna do 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets. When we reach the corner, it's going to be 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, again 3 double crochets in the next hole, and so on and so forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat that all around, and I'll show you again how to close a round and start a new one. All right, so I'm almost done with round 4. So I'm going to make 3 double crochets in the first corner over here, so in here. So once you're done making your double crochets, chain 1 and slip stitch in the chain 3. So in the last chain of the chain 3, which is on the top over here. And yarn over and pull through. Like this. And because I want to make a second row of white, I'm just going to chain 3 and turn my work. And now I'm just going to make another round of white. So again, to start, you have to make 2 double crochets in the first corner, and it's right here. So I'm going to make 2 double crochets. And you're just going to repeat the same steps as for the previous rounds. So in the holes that are in the middle like this, just do 3 double crochets in each one of them. When you reach a corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Again, in the little holes in the middle, that's just 3 double crochets without chaining. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this round, and I'm gonna show you one last time how to change colors, because after I'm done with this round, I'm gonna switch over again to the pink one. All right, so I'm almost done with my round. I'm going to make 3 last double crochets in the first corner. So I made 2 double crochets. I'm gonna make a third one, so yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So when you're done pulling through the 2 first loops, you're gonna drop your white yarn or whatever color you're using, and then if you turn your work, you have your pink yarn here just waiting for you. So you just have to grab your pink yarn that's on the other side and pull through the 2 remaining loops with the other color of yarn like this. When that's done, chain 1 and slip stitch in the chain 3. Yarn over and pull through like this, and then to start the new row, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and turn your work. So as you can see, the yarn is just going to travel with us all the way up the granny square like this. And so once again, don't forget that each hole has to be separated by 3 double crochets. So this is not the hole we have to crochet in, it's the hole right over here. So as usual, make 2 double crochets in your first corner. And so you just have to repeat these steps over and over again until either you're tired of crocheting or you just have the right square size. So mine is 19 rows and it's about 16 by 16 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and make all of my rows, and when I'm done doing my 19 rows, I'm gonna come back and show you how to end off the granny square. Alright, so I'm almost done with all of my rows. I have one last stitch to make at this corner here. So when you're done, you just have to make your last double crochet, chain 1, slip stitch again in your third chain, and pull through, and then pull some yarn, and cut it. And then what I do, I just reinsert my hook in the third chain, but not from this side, on the other side. And I pass the yarn through on the other side, like this. And so if we turn our work, we can also cut the yarn from the other color because we're not going to be using it anymore. And then we can simply weave in these little ends as well as for these ends here. So the side that has the yarn like this is the wrong side. So what you can do now is make another one just like this. When you're done doing that, come back to the video and I'll show you how to proceed next. Alright, so once you're done making your two squares, you're gonna want to align them, and the right part has to show outwards to hide the yarn here. So once your two squares are aligned, we're going to join the top part of the square and the bottom part of the square, and we're gonna leave open the two sides over here and over here. So to help you out, you can always put some stitch markers on the two corners. So here is the corner. I'm gonna put a stitch marker here and also on the other corner like this, and also on the other corner, so here and here. And we're going to make slip stitches all across to join the two squares. So I'm going to grab my pink yarn, and you can insert your hook in the hole in the corner like this and pull some yarn. Once the yarn is pulled, you can chain one. And from now on, what we're gonna do is we're going to slip stitch by inserting our hook in the front loop here with the back loop of the back panel. So to slip stitch, we're going to insert our hook in this front loop and in the back loop over here. Again, front loop here and back loop over here like this. So go ahead and find your first stitch. So insert your hook in the front loop and in the back loop. Once that's done, you can yarn over and pull through all the loop on your hook like this. And we're going to do that all across. So again, insert your hook in the front loop and in the back loop, yarn over and pull through. Again, next stitch, front loop, back loop, yarn over, pull through. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that all across until I reach the other corner here. Alright, so I'm done slip stitching all across and I have one last slip stitch to make. So I'm gonna take off my stitch marker and make one last slip stitch in the corner. And then you can simply chain one and pull some yarn. And cut it. Then you can pull on it a little bit to adjust it. And then you can just weave it in inside of your pillowcase. And now you can do the same thing on the opposite side. So this is the top of the pillowcase. Do the same thing on the bottom of the pillowcase, leaving a hole on the two sides. Alright, so when you're done slip stitching the two sides like this, you can insert your pillow in it. I then went ahead and cut out 6 pieces of ribbon. And so I'm just going to place a ribbon in each corner and one in the middle. So I'm just gonna put it in the hole from the corner and here. And I'm going to make a little bow. Alright, so here I'm done putting on all of my bows and it looks so cute. I love this. I really want to make another one with like another type of granny square. Alright, so this is the final result. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more crochet tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.